şanslı bir kura çekeriz. Evet, şimdi UEFA'nın da canlı yayını başladı. Tabii ön geçiş görmüş olduğunuz gibi. Önceki maçlardan görüntüler. İnşallah şanslı bir kura çekeriz. İnşallah bizim işimize yarar. Yine gruplara tekrar bakalım. Kimler var? İlk pottan Paris, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Münih, Liverpool, Inter, Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona. İkinci potta Arsenal, Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Atalanta, Villarreal, Juventus, Frankfurt, Club Brugge. Üçüncü potta Tottenham, PSV, Ajax, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, Olympiakos, Slavia, Bodo Glimt, Marsilya. Bizim de bulunduğumuz dördüncü potta ise Kopenhag, Monaco, Union Saint-Gilloise, Karabağ, Atletico Madrid, Newcastle, Pavos ve Kayrat. Pavos ve Kayrat biliyorsunuz sürprizi işin. Günün sürprizi açık söylemek gerekirse. İnanılmaz bir şeyi başardılar ve Şampiyonlar Ligi'ne neredeyse ilk kez katılmayı başardılar. İnşallah bizim için şanslı bir kura olur. Şimdi kura çekimi başlamak üzere. Biz de heyecanla bekliyoruz.
Wow.
Absolutely
Heyecanla bekliyoruz
amazing way
arkadaşlar.
to
Bakalım
start this
kimler
show.
çıkacak.
Absolutely. Thank you
İnşallah-
so much to the Nice Opera Choir, the voices, the
İnşallah
images.
şanslı
It's
kura
just
çekeriz.
incredible. Thank you so much. One more round
Şimdi
of
UEFA'nın
applause for the
sitesinden
Nice Opera
bakıyoruz. Zaten
Choir.
açılışı yaptılar.
What better way with this magical anthem to start the show?
Absolutely, exactly right. Good evening. It is the draw for the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League. Would you believe it's been 90 days since Paris Saint-Germain were crowned winners of the greatest club competition on the planet for the very first time? And today we find out who they and 35 other teams will be facing in the league phase of this season's tournament.
We will indeed. Good evening from my side as well.
Bizim için
Fantastic to be
şanslı bir
here
kura
once
olsun.
again tonight. The
Sizler
road
kimi
to Budapest
bekliyorsunuz
starts taking
rakip
shape for
olarak?
all
İnşallah
competing teams
hani
whose representatives are
Galatasaray
here.
küçük takımlara
A warm
puan
welcome
kaybediyor. Yani
to
inşallah
everyone who made
büyük
it.
takımlardan
Many, if
bazıları
not
gelir de
all, are
daha
dreaming of
ciddiyete
walking out at the
vararak
Puskás
oynuyorlar.
Arena for the final, which is
Biraz
still,
daha
of course,
spor
for
yani
the
ilk torbadan en
30th of May
azından. Yani biri
2026.
Borussia Dortmund
Absolutely
olabilir.
right. So much
İkincisi
to look
açık
forward
söylemek
to.
gerekirse
But
ben
before we
Inter'i
get that
istiyorum.
all-important draw
Inter
underway,
de olabilir.
we will be handing out two very special
İkinci
awards.
torbadansa
We will indeed, and to help us do
Leverkusen'in
that,
gücünde
I'm
olduğunu
delighted to invite
düşünmüyorum.
on stage the UEFA president,
Bir de
Alexander
Kulüp Brugge
Çeki.
olabilir. Zamanıydı.
President, welcome. Fantastic to see you here on stage. We're starting this show with a celebration of a
saniyeyle
club that
kayboldu,
has made
kusura
history
bakmayın.
in European club
Evet,
competition,
üçüncü
doing
potta
something no one
Tottenham,
has
PSV,
ever done
Ajax,
before.
Napoli. Yani
Yeah,
buradan
absolutely
hangisini
right.
seyrederse
After winning
hemen
the UEFA
yenebileceğini
Conference League
düşünüyorum.
last
Dördüncüde
season,
de
Chelsea are now the first
Kayrat
football
en
club to
mantıklıları
win
gözüküyor
all
ama
6
yani
UEFA
biz basit
club
takımlara geçen
competitions.
sene
So,
yaptığımız hataları
Mr.
yaptık.
President, it's a
Sıkıntı
clean sweep,
yaşayabiliriz.
isn't it? Of the Champions League, the
O
Europa
yüzden
League, the Conference
bakalım.
League, the
Yani
Cup Winners'
Kura
Cup, the Super Cup,
kısmeti
and the Youth
inşallah
League as well. I mean, do you know, it's hard enough to just win
İnşallah
one
bizim
competition.
istediğimiz gibi
How
olur.
much of an accomplishment, how remarkable is it that Chelsea have won them all?
We don't have enough time to explain how much that means. It's impossible
Alexander
almost to win
konuşuyor şimdi.
all our competitions.
Artık ne kastediyor bilemiyorum ama
I
bakalım.
don't think it will happen soon, if ever. So a big congratulations to Chelsea.
Well, it's fantastic to have you here, President, for this moment. What do we give someone who has won it all? More silverware, of course. Please welcome, accepting the award on behalf of Chelsea Football Club, the President and COO, Jason Gannon.
Jason, come and stand here next to the President.
That's beautiful.
I was just about to ask you, what are your first impressions? It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Stunning.
Isn't it? Jason, congratulations. It is another trophy to add to the collection. Chelsea, real history makers here. And as Alexander said, you know, who knows if another team will ever repeat it. I mean, we're in a new phase here for
Rakipler belli
Chelsea, a new
olduktan sonra
project.
yapan sitesine direkt olarak kim
Over
nerede
the last 3 years, a
deplasmanda
new
iç sahada
generation of
oynayıp
players as
oynamayacağını
well. How
gösterecek.
happy are you with the progress of the club,
Ne
where
yaptın
it's going,
kızım?
and whether they can reach these heights
Oo,
going
hadi
forward
elini
again?
yıka.
Yeah, listen, I
Dedesi
mean, it's been
elini
an
yıka
exciting
bunu.
few years for the club.
Hadi
I
dede
think about
elini
first and
yıkasın
foremost,
kızım.
on behalf
Hadi
of over
canlı yayın
120
yapıyorum
years
ben
of
kızım.
football at Chelsea Football Club, the board,
Gel
the
öpeyim
players, the
gel.
staff, the supporters, thank you to UEFA
Hadi elini
for
yıka.
this meaningful recognition. It's so special for us. I would say, listen, this
Gel
comes and
kızım
follows
gel.
our success
Kura
in
çekimi
the
başladı.
European campaign last year with the Conference League. It's such a special
Ne
moment
yaptın bak.
for our
Bak,
squad,
bak,
the
bak.
younger
Burada,
squad, to have that sort of
burada
meaningful
kura
football
çekimini
in
izleyeceğiz.
Europe and develop throughout. And then
Kura
certainly
çekimini
having a
izleyeceğiz.
successful European
Ama
campaign and then
orada
to follow
dursun
that up
ses
with a
veriyorum.
successful domestic campaign, being the
Tamam
youngest
ses
squad in
veriyor
Premier League
babacığım.
history to qualify for the
Tamam.
Champions League. So incredibly honored to be
Senin
here and
sesin
to
geliyor
receive
zaten
this
buraya
award.
şu anda.
You mentioned your
Hadi dede senin
European
ellerini
success,
yıka.
recent European success, last season winning the UEFA Conference League.
Sonra
Now
da
you're back in the
içeri
big time in the Champions League. What does that mean for you, for the club, and what aspirations do you have?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think every club in this room has aspirations to win.
arkadaşlar, ön
We've
geçiş
been
konuşmalarını
successful in this
dinliyoruz.
tournament in the past,
Heyecanla da
but what
bekliyoruz.
matters
Bakalım.
most is what's next. And
Bu arada
so to be
kanala
here,
abone
to be a
olup bize
part of this
destek
tournament,
verirseniz çok
it's
seviniriz
the best
arkadaşlar. Yeni bir
concentration
kanalın
of
gelişmeye
football,
ve
and it's an
büyümeye
honor for us to
ihtiyacımız
be
var.
here. And
Sizlerin desteğini
importantly, to be able to
bekliyoruz
bring Champions League football
Bunu
back
da
to Stamford
söyleyelim.
Bridge is going to be special this season.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations once again for making European history. Good luck in the new
Burada
season,
işte
of
hangi
course.
takım kiminle
And let's
oynayacak,
hear it
bunlar
for the
hepsi
Chelsea
çekim
president and CEO
yaptıkça
Jason Gannon, and also
hemen
for the
buraya
UEFA president
yansıyacak.
Alexander
Galatasaray'ın
Jeffrey.
de
Thank you very much,
Özlem,
President.
Özlem buraya çıkmayacak şimdi. Oradan direkt olarak yayın bize düşsün. Rakipler hangisiyle iç sahada, hangisiyle dış sahada.
Last year on
Hangi
this
toptan
very
ne
stage, I
gelecek
guess we
görelim.
can say that history was made. UEFA, of course, introduced a revolutionary new format for its club competitions. The draw here in Monaco was a landmark moment, I guess, because it opened the door for this brand new era, and it really was a big deal.
A very big deal. And to mark the moment, you may remember a big name helped to launch this new format, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The result, a video that struck a chord and captured the imagination. If you missed it or if you saw it but don't quite remember everything, here's a quick reminder.
Kim olduğunu,
Well, no surprises,
olmadığını
that
pek
video
bilmiyorum
went
gibi
viral,
gözüküyor.
and the format turned out to be a
Eğer
huge
Şampiyonlar
success. I
Ligi'nde
know we
başarılı olmak
all had
istiyorsak
so much fun last
artık
season.
bir
New
şeyleri
energy, thrills,
fazlasıyla yapmaya
surprises in
mecburuz.
every
Bugün
single
Singo'yu da açıkladı
competition.
Galatasaray.
But we did hear,
5
Pedro,
yıllık bir
that
sözleşmeyle
recently
30
things have
milyon
spun a
dolar,
little
toplam
bit
30
out
milyon
of
euroluk bir ödeme.
control. So here's a
Galatasaray
bit
çok
of an
büyük
insight
oynuyor.
into what's been
Sizler neler
happening
düşünüyorsunuz?
behind
Bu
the
arada
scenes.
yorumlarda belirtirseniz çok sevinirim.
Well, we knew Zlatan was a strong character.
Hemen babaannenin yanında.
We knew he was a strong character, but I think he took it a little too far.
Maybe a little bit too
Gitme
far,
gibi bir şey,
but we
canlı
don't know
yayın
what he
yani.
actually got from President Cheferin. I mean, there's only two people who can tell us. So should we welcome him back, the
Let's do
UEFA
it.
president and the man himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Evet, Zlatan İbrahimovic diyor. Belli ki kura çekimini o başlatacak.
Welcome back, President. I think
Reklam filmi
everybody wants to
sonunda
know
bitti.
what that conversation was all about and what you agreed with Zlatan.
I mean, you saw that he was blackmailing us. So if Zlatan blackmails you, then you have to give him something. Now, jokes aside, Zlatan was not just a fantastic player. He's a great man. He's a person that never forgot his roots. He's a person that silently helps the disadvantaged. We know that. I know that. So for this year, I decided to give him the President Award.
Thank you.
Joking aside, because that video was amazing, we were talking backstage about how Zlatan maybe is preparing for a career in Hollywood. Maybe.
Could be
In the
You never
future.
know.
You never know. Watch this space. But look, you have had such a
Evet
glittering
arkadaşlar, kura
career. You've
çekimine sayılı dakikalar
entertained
kaldı.
on
Siz
and
ne
off the
bekliyorsunuz?
field. We
Yazın
always say that even your
yorumlarda.
rivals
Bu arada
probably
kanala
loved you a
abone
little
olmayı
bit.
unutmayın arkadaşlar.
You've
Abone
won more
sayımızı
than,
yükseltelim.
honestly, you've won more
Dediğimiz
than
gibi yeni bir
30
kanalız.
trophies. And I just want to ask, how honored is Zlatan to win another one tonight?
First of all, buonasera a tutti. Hope you're enjoying. And this award, I
Evet,
take
İnşallah
with
reklam
big
filmi
honor.
bitti. Bu
I want to thank the Mr.
Reşat
President,
Kura birazdan başlayacak.
Alexander
Umut
Chefling,
ediyorum.
for this. It means I did something in my
Muhtemelen de
career, or
çekimi,
else I
aman
wouldn't get
kura
it. So
çekimini herhalde
super happy.
İbrahimovic yapacak galiba.
And
Bilmiyorum tam olarak ama.
I'd like to play with big players, big clubs, the best clubs in the world, and it made me the person I am today. So I'm just grateful and thankful. So super happy.
Great to see you with this award.
Zlatan, you scored over 500 career goals, some of them absolutely spectacular for club and country. Is there one moment, is there one goal that stands out?
I mean, I have my top 10 goals. Is not bad, yeah.
En iyi 10 golünden biri diyor.
So I have many, but if I would choose, now I'm going against my second home, Italy. The goal I scored against Buffon was pretty cool, yeah. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And then the England goal also was nice because it was against England. That felt better.
For some, not for all of us. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Zlatan, for winning this year's President's Award. And Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. President, for being here
Zlatan
today.
da
Thank you.
bitti. İnşallah bir an önce kura çekimine geçerler.
Zlatan, don't go away. You're staying with us. You're hanging around because you're going to help us conduct
Yes.
the draw. They did tell you, right?
Yeah, they told me.
Okay, great. So, phew. So to do that, we're going to team you up
Evet,
with another
rakiplerin
legend of the game, someone who you, I
Belli
think you
olmasına
know.
çok az kaldı.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a dream team here on stage. He's a UEFA Champions League winner, a World Cup winner, a Ballon d'Or winner, and one of the greatest players of his generation.
Evet, Sakalleito, bir zamanların efsanesi. Ne futbolcuydu ama yani. Çok yetenekliydi ama kendi yeteneğini bitirdi bir yerden sonra yani. Farklı bir yerde ben bitirmesini bekliyordum Sakalleito'nun ama o çok farklı bir yerde sonlandırdı.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former Real Madrid, AC Milan, and Brazil midfielder Kaká.
Kaka geliyor.
Lovely to see you.
Bem-vindo, Kaká. Welcome. Fantastic to have you here. Tactical switch. Okay. Obviously, you had an incredible career. Reshman alluded to some of the clubs and the country you played. You won this competition in 2007. Going back to that year, that season, what did that mean to you to lift this iconic trophy?
Well, good evening, everyone.
Bu
So
taraftan.
it's very nice to be here again in the Champions League.
Helal.
The team was
Gel,
here.
beraber
It's
izleyelim.
always nice.
Bak beraber izle.
And
Bak sen de burada.
2007 was a great year for me,
Gördün
for
mü? Sen de
Milan.
buradasın.
We had a great team,
Galatasaray'ın kura
great coach,
çekimini izliyoruz baba.
amazing supporters, and
Ondan
that
ses
trophy.
gidiyor şimdi. Yok
It's
daha başlamadı.
one of the
Ya.
best moments of my career
Yeah.
for sure. So if I had a chance to play two finals, different ones, 2005 and 2007. In Milan, we say that after Istanbul, it's always Athens. So it's a good way to say that that trophy is really amazing. It's one of the best moments in my career.
Yeah, we can imagine. And you mentioned AC Milan, which is
Meryem, tamam,
interesting
bak,
because both of you
kura
had two
çekimi var, onu
spells at AC
izleyeceğiz
Milan,
babacığım.
but you never actually played together. I don't know how your paths didn't cross, and I'm sure a lot of Rossoneri fans would have loved to see this. But I wonder, how do you think this partnership between you two would have worked?
Kurban mı
Yeah,
vardı?
unfortunately, we didn't play together.
Ay, ne güzel.
Always against each other. When he was in Juve, Inter, Barcelona, and but
Soktun mu
PSG.
kızı?
No, but I
Hatta
don't think
başka ne
we played
yaptın?
against each other in PSG. When
No, we
you
played
weren't
against
there.
each other a friendly game, I think, in
Oo,
New York.
Gothenburg, friendly, and then other ones. But if we would play together, we would have the nice guy and the bad guy, yeah. You choose who is who.
Korkma kızım.
Wow, get your votes in, everybody. I think that one would be very interesting. But you know what? We're going to team you up today because we are absolutely delighted that you were both working together in unison to help us with tonight's draw. So, without further ado, we are going to take, gentlemen, our positions behind the desk.
Ne istiyor? Git babaanneden isterdin. Babaanne orada sana koyar. Hadi bak. Kızım tamam benim işim var şimdi gelemiyorum ama.
All right, so we are nearly ready to begin the draw for the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League, the 71st edition of this competition, and the second since the league phase was introduced, of course.
Absolutely. And to tell us more about this year's competition, as always, please welcome to the stage the UEFA Deputy General Secretary, Giorgio Marchetti.
Evet. Yavaş yavaş topların başına geçiyorlar arkadaşlar inşallah. Tepkiler var size. Babacım
Good
hadi
evening,
git
you all,
babaanneden
ladies and
su al.
gentlemen. On behalf of
Bana da
UEFA, it is
getir.
my
Babaanneden
great
su al
pleasure
getir
to
hadi.
welcome you all here in Monaco. Exactly 1 year ago, from this stage, we kicked off
Evet
most
arkadaşlar hem buradan
revolutionary
takip
changes
edeceğiz
since the
hem de
inception
burada
of the UEFA
Galatasaray
Champions League.
rakipleri şu bölümde
We bid
eşleşecek.
farewell to the old group stage and
Bakacağız
entered
hangi
the new
torbadan kim
era of the
geliyor, hangi
world's
kimler
greatest club
içeride
competition
kimler
with the
oynayacak, onları da
brand
göreceğiz.
new league phase
Biz de
format.
heyecanla bekliyoruz.
Many were
Çeki'de bir
skeptical,
formatı biliyorsunuz.
but
Geçen sene
from
yurt
the very
boşluğuna
first match day, it delivered on its
Avrupa'yı
promise,
tadamadık ama
making every
Avrupa
match
Ligi'nde
count,
iyi başladık.
raising
Ligi çok
competitiveness,
bekledik.
delivering surprises,
Yine
and give
tanıyanlar
fans
alalım.
more blockbuster clashes than ever before.
Görelim bakalım neler
Among
olacak.
other
İnşallah
interesting
istediğimiz
things,
şey olur.
we also had a record number of goals scored per match. Then we came to match day 8.
Arkadaşlar ben direkt UEFA'nın
36
sitesinden
teams
tepkileri
taking the
çok
field
umurumda
at the
değil.
same
Direkt
time.
UEFA'nın sitesinden
18
yayın
synchronized games with
net
almost
şekilde
everything
görelim.
still in play. What ensued was a 90-minute roller coaster ride, making the fans
Yani Türkçe
experience
sitelerde
almost every
şey oluyor,
emotion,
birazcık sıkıntı
as
oluyor.
35
Gel,
out of
evet,
36
gel.
teams changed their league position at least once.
Türkçe
And
sitelerde
some
biraz daha
traded
sıkıntılı
elimination
ama
with last
UEFA'nın
minute qualification
sitesinden çok
or
umurumuzda değil.
top 8 with
Net bir
playoff
şekilde
positions.
kurayı görelim,
Even
rakiplerimizi
the
görelim. Kiminle
eventual
eşleşecek.
champions, Paris
İnşallah
Saint-Germain,
diğer
had to
takımlarla
face the nightmare of early
eşleşecek, görelim
elimination, and
istiyorum.
this tells us everything about
Umudumuz
this
güzel bir kura
competition.
çekelim ama dediğim gibi
What
geçen
the
sene
new
kura
stars,
şansı çok
underdog
basit,
stories
3-4 takım
await us
seçtik.
on the road to
O 3-4
Budapest
takıma
at the
puan
venue
kaybettik
of this
maalesef.
year's final on May 30th.
Evet, kablo
We don't
ellenmez.
know. We will find out soon.
O kablo
But as
ellenmez.
usual, now the warmest welcome
Evet,
is for the
orası da büyük
newcomers to
değer.
the
Gel
UEFA
dedenin
Champions
yanına.
League. This year, it's no less than 4.
Dedeyle suyu
It's
iç.
Union Saint-Gilloise, Kairat Almaty,
Kızım.
Pafos, and Budo Glimt.
Ver, al suyunu. Al.
4 different cases,
Al suyunu
the
kızım.
same wonderful story. This is the place where
Suyunu
everyone
bitir,
can
bitir
play with
bırak
a
o suyu,
star.
hadi.
No dream is forbidden when only sporting merit counts. Enjoy this incredible
Arkadaşlar,
adventure that
kanala abone olup
awaits
destek
you and
verirseniz
your
çok seviniriz.
supporters. And of course,
İnşallah bundan
the
sonra
very
canlı
best of
yayınlar
luck
açmaya
for the
devam
season
edeceğiz.
ahead to
Evet,
all
kablo kızım.
36 clubs. And now, before we begin, let's
Canlı
take a
yayınlar da
couple of
açmaya
minutes to
devam
review
edeceğiz.
the
Bundan
technical
sonra sadece
procedure
tepki
for the
videoları
Champions League. So let's kick off with a look at the teams in pot 1.
Arkadaşlar maalesef canlı yayına bir uyarı geliyor. O yüzden yayın engellenebilir. Farklı bir yerden devam etmek zorunda kalabiliriz. Kura çekiminin alternatifini bulmaya çalışıyorum ben. Bakalım.
So, 9 teams who have won more than 500 trophies between them, would you believe? Among them, last season's winners, of course, Paris Saint-Germain, the most successful club in Champions League history, Real Madrid, and the 2023 winners, Manchester City.
Indeed. Now, if you're wondering how it's all going to work, up here on stage, we'll have Zlatan drawing the balls for the clubs in the first couple of pots, and then we'll have Kaká pressing the button, and that will reveal their opponents. So let's get going, gentlemen. Please begin the draw for the upcoming 2025-26 UEFA Champions League.
Thank you, Pedro. Everything is ready and the pressure is huge for all the fans because we are kicking off the season. but now it's not on me. I hope that this draw helps resolve our relationship, Zlatan, because I need your help now. It will help you. Thank you very much. Please shuffle the balls and deliver the first team drawn to kick off this season.
Evet, artık kura çekimi başladı arkadaşlar. Bakalım.
Bayern München.
So it is Bayern München, so the champions of Germany, who scored 99 goals last year and lost just 2 matches to win their 33rd Bundesliga title. So we are ready. Apparently, our computer has already drawn the 8 opponents for Bayern, and I would ask Kaka now, press the button and we will reveal them.
Zlatan and Kaka, thank you very much indeed. So let's look at Bayern Munich
Evet,
then.
Bayern Münih
These are their
rakipleri
opponents
Chelsea,
for this
Paris,
season's
Liverpool,
Champions League
Arsenal,
league phase from
Sporting
pot
Lisbon,
one,
PSV,
blockbuster
Union
clashes to
Saint-Gilloise
say the
Pau
least.
oyunu
Bayern
yapmış.
Munich will be hosting Chelsea at home
Evet, değişik
and then
bir kura
travelling to the
çekimi.
Parc des Princes to take on the
olarak
champions
bu düğmeyle
PSG. That's from
belli
pot
oluyor
one. From
arka
pot
arkaya.
two,
Birinci soruda
it's Club
göre
Brugge
herhalde
and an
eşleşmiş
away
bir
trip to
durum var.
North London to take on Arsenal. From pot three, they will face Sporting Club de Portugal and
Arkadaşlar,
PSV
sizler kim
Eindhoven
bekliyorsunuz?
in
Kimler
the
gelse iyi
Netherlands.
olur?
And from pot four, they take on
Ne
newcomers
düşünüyorsunuz?
Union Saint-Gilloise and another newcomer as well. They'll travel to Cyprus
Yani
to
Bayern
meet
Münih,
Pafos.
Chelsea, Bayern Münih,
We
Paris
see one of the
Saint-Germain,
recent
enteresan
finals
bir
already
eşleşme, çok büyük maçlar.
Played again between Paris Saint-Germain
Arsenal,
and
çok
Bayern.
büyük maç.
So Zlatan, we're ready.
Zor
We
bir
can
kura.
now move on. We go to the second team.
Evet, ikinci şeyde kim çıkıyor?
Chelsea.
Chelsea FC, the winners of all UEFA competitions. So for Chelsea, we are also ready, and for Chelsea, we need to
Chelsea'nin
find out
rakipleri-
7 opponents because one is already known, it's Bayern. And Kaka,
Bakalım
press the
kim olacak
button.
Chelsea'nin rakipleri?
We will know soon.
Katar düğmeye bas.
So we find out the path
Fakat
for
düğmeye
Chelsea
bastı.
Football Club,
Barcelona,
two-time
Bayern
winners.
Münih,
It's Barcelona to go on
Atalanta,
with Bayern
Ajax,
Munich in pot one. In pot
Napoli,
two, home
Pau,
match with
ve
two-time winners
Karabağ.
Benfica
Gelsene.
and a trip to Atalanta. In pot
Gelsene.
three, it's Ajax at home and Napoli away. And in
Evet,
pot four, they'll be
Karabağ'ın da
hosting
böyle
Pafos, the
rakibi belli
debutants,
olmuş
and
oldu.
Karabakh. They'll have a trip to Azerbaijan. That's the path for Chelsea.
Chelsea'nin
Yes,
rakibi
this is the
olacak.
path for Chelsea.
Chelsea
Zlatan,
Karabağ
help us
deplasmanına
please
gidiyor,
with
Azerbaycan'a.
another team.
Evet, üçüncü takımı çekiyor İbrahimovic.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, the only
Real Madrid'in
team which has played more
olacak.
than 500 matches
Daha
in
henüz
this
Galatasaray
competition,
herhangi biriyle
503
eşleşmedi.
to be precise. For Real Madrid, we know nothing yet, so if you press the button, we will reveal 8
Bayern
opponents for
Münih'le.
Real Madrid.
Tamam, Real Madrid oynayacak mıyız? City,
Kaka deciding the
Liverpool,
path for your
Juventus,
former club there.
Benfica,
Let's take a look at who they play
Marsilya,
in pot one. They just keep
Monaco,
meeting, don't they, from pot
Bavaria.
one? Manchester City and
Evet, Real
Liverpool, they play
Madrid'de
both of them
oynamıyoruz arkadaşlar.
in this
Bize
league phase.
halen
From
bir
pot
rakip
two,
var.
they
Daha
will
doğrusu
host
City'nin rakibi
Juventus
olmadık henüz.
and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica.
Yani
From
Real
pot
Madrid
three, it's
ve
Olympique de Marseille
Bayern
and a
Münih
trip
ve
to
oynamayacağız.
Greece to
Chelsea'de
take on the Greek
oynamıyoruz.
champions Olympiacos. And from pot
5
four,
tane
it's
takım
AS
kaldı.
Monaco.
İlk
And
torbadan
it's a trip to
eşleşeceğimiz.
Kazakhstan to take on the newcomers, Kairat Almaty.
Yes, and another recent final with Liverpool, so Liverpool Real Madrid to be played again. Thank you very much, Zlatan. Please go and let's see who comes next.
Evet, sıradaki
Inter
takım
Milano.
Internazionale Milano finalists 3
Yani
months ago,
yenebileceğimiz gibi
and the best defense in the league phase of the first season. Only 1 goal conceded to their opponents by Inter. No opponents have been drawn for Inter, and Kaka, play your derby with Inter now.
uyarı için teşekkür ederim bu
Three-time
arada.
winners will be facing Liverpool
Dediğim
at
gibi
home
ilk
and
canlı
Borussia
yayınımız
Dortmund
sayılır.
away.
Şeyin yayını kestim. Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Slavia Prag, Ajax, Karyat ve Union Saint-Gilloise'la oynayacak Inter. Inter'e de rakip olmadık. Kaldı 4 tane. Yayının sesini mi açayım arkadaşlar? Şeyin mi? Evet, Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund da iyi rakip olabilir.
7, they will need 3 matches to have played 200 matches in this competition. So will happen on match day 3, of course. For Borussia Dortmund, we know that they will play Inter at home, and they will have another 7 opponents to face.
Yeah, so the 7 remaining teams for Borussia Dortmund, then Manchester City,
Evet, Borussia
a trip to the
Dortmund'da
Etihad in
Inter,
pot
City,
1 from pot 2.
Villarreal,
They
Juventus,
host
Bodo,
Villarreal and
Tottenham,
travel to
Athletic
Juventus
Club
from
ve
pot 3.
Kopenhag'la
It's
oynayacak.
newcomers
Borussia
and of course
Dortmund'da da şimdi üç
Europa
tane
League
rakip kaldı.
semi-finalists Bodo Glimt and the Europa League finalists as well, Tottenham Hotspur from champions, I should say, the Europa League champions, Tottenham Hotspur, from pot 3, and from pot 4, they will host Athletic Club, and they'll travel to Denmark to take on Copenhagen.
Yes, and the less recent final here, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, back to 1997. So, Zlatan, yes, please.
It doesn't look exciting, yeah? Nasser. Liverpool.
Liverpool FC, so champions, English champions for the 20th time, equaling the record of Manchester United, and first place in the league phase of last season. For Liverpool, they have already been drawn against Real Madrid and Inter, and they don't know the opponents in pot 2, 3, and 4.
UEFA.com'un yayınlanıyor arkadaşlar yani.
That's absolutely right, Giorgio. 6 opponents
Var.
to find out now for Liverpool. It's
Barça'nın
Atletico de
gelme
Madrid
şansı var, evet.
and Eintracht Frankfurt from pot 2.
Evet, ilk rakibimiz
PSV
Liverpool.
Eindhoven at home and Olympique Marseille away from pot 3. And in
Ve
pot 4,
evde oynayacağız.
Karabag
Galatasaray'ın
at
sahasına
Anfield
gelecek.
and Galatasaray in Istanbul.
So this is it. This is the path for Liverpool. We have 3 teams left to
Liverpool'la içeride
conclude
oynuyoruz
pot
arkadaşlar.
number 1. So
Oldukça güçlü bir rakip oldu.
let's see who comes next.
Barcelona.
Ve
This
Barcelona.
time it is FC Barcelona top scorers last year, 43 goals. Of course, no surprise because their front line is really atomic. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal can score to anybody. Please, Kaká, press the button. 7 opponents to be revealed for Barcelona.
Yeah, another one of Zlatan's former clubs then. We know they're facing Chelsea from pot 1. They're also taking on another one of Zlatan's former clubs, PSG. From pot 2, Barcelona will host
Barcelona'yla
Eintracht Frankfurt and
Sadece
travel
bir rakibimiz
to
bir
Belgium
de
to
şu an
take on
Liverpool.
Club Bruges. From pot 3, it's Olympiacos and a trip to Slavia Praha. And from pot 4, Barcelona host Copenhagen. Oh, and they travel to St. James's Park to
Liverpool.
take on Newcastle.
Yes, this is it. We have only 2, so take one of the 2 balls so that the computer can draw their opponents.
Paris Saint-Germain.
And now the title holders of Paris Saint-Germain, they won not just the Champions League, but the treble, so the 2 major trophies also in France. Only 9 clubs have done it in Europe, so big merit to this team. And Kaká, you have to reveal 6 of their opponents after Bayern and Barcelona.
The defending champions will also be playing Atalanta at home, Bayer Leverkusen away in pot 2, hosting Tottenham and playing in Lisbon against Sporting in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a home match with Newcastle United and a trip to face Athletic Club.
Yes. So that's all. We know everything also for Paris Saint-Germain. And Zlatan, if you pick the last ball, we all know who we're talking about.
Maalesef yayın kesildi.
Trips actually for the City fans from
Evet,
pot
diğer
2. They
rakibimiz
host
Manchester
Bayer
City
Leverkusen
oldu.
and they travel to Villarreal. From pot
Diğer
3,
rakip de Manchester
it's
City oldu
Napoli
arkadaşlar.
and a trip to the
Onunla
Arctic Circle to
deplasmanda
take on Bodo
oynayacağız.
Glimt. And from
Liverpool ve
pot 4,
Manchester City
Galatasaray
ilk torbadan
and a
gelen
visit
takımlar
here in the
olacak.
Principality to take on AS Monaco. So the first teams have been drawn. Some incredible fixtures to look
Oh,
forward
yes.
to already.
İki İngiliz deviyle
Kaka's former
oynayacağız
side Real
maalesef.
Madrid taking on Manchester City again. Zlatan's former team Inter against Liverpool, and the holders Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. We have to remind you at this stage, of course, that
Görmüş
the grid
olduğunuz
shows
gibi.
you all of the fixtures, but not necessarily the order. The full calendar will be released for you on Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, tune in for that. We're done with pot 1, of course. Before we go to pot 2, I had a quick question for Zlatan. about PSG. Of course, you were there 4 seasons, won 4 league titles, and you've actually scored more goals in the Champions League for PSG, 20, than any other club. So how happy were you to see them lift the trophy for the first time ever last season?
I'm super happy. I have a good relationship with the president, Nasser. I was there from the first day. I'm super proud that I was the architect of the project. Because for every project, you need an architect, and I was the architect. It's not easy to play in PSG because when I came, I ate schnitzel, now they eat caviar, so little different. No, I'm super happy and proud. They're doing an amazing job, and I think the whole world is enjoying, and they just have to keep going and be humble, feet on the ground, and work, just like they're doing.
Thanks for your insight. We are moving on to pot 2 now, where 9 more teams are about to find out their destiny in this season's league phase.
Artık Ederson'u bize satar mı? Bak Kerem Aktürkoğlu olayına girmeyelim de. Evet, bu konuya katılıyorum yani. Bir saatte ancak kura çekimi, bayağı reklam, bu kadar para dönen bir yerde normal bence. Valla ya Ederson olacak ya da o olacak gibi gözüküyor zaten. Cumartesiye kadar açıklamayı planlıyor diye duydum Galatasaray.
Nine more outstanding teams in pot 2, including a couple of 2-time winners, Juventus and Benfica, 3-time finalists, Atletico de Madrid, and last season's semi-finalists, Arsenal. Gentlemen, and specifically Giorgio, back to you.
Yes, not back to me, but back again to Zlatan. You are absolutely great with the pot 1. Show us more greatness now. And here we go, first team of pot 2.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, Bayer Leverkusen, who won all 4 home matches last year without conceding a single goal to their opponents. We are ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Just to remind everyone, Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are their pot 1 opponents. Please. Thank you.
Okay, these are the next teams that Bayer Leverkusen will be playing. From pot 2, they will host Villarreal and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot 3, it's a home tie against PSV Eindhoven and a trip to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot 4, Newcastle United at home and Copenhagen away.
Yes, so this is Bayer Leverkusen. Let's go with another one.
Euro gibi takımları seçersek artık olay kopar tamamen herhalde.
Arsenal FC semi-finalists last year. They had to concede a victory only to the eventual winners of Paris Saint-Germain. For Arsenal, we have drawn Bayern and Inter, and we are now ready to find out which other 6 teams.
And we are finding that out right now, Giorgio. It's Atletico de Madrid and Club Rouge in pot 2, home match with Olympiacos, and a trip to Slavia Praha in pot 3. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting the newcomers Kairat Almaty and taking on Athletic Club on the road.
Yes, this is all for Arsenal. So after Arsenal, who comes?
Atalanta
Bergamasca Calcio, one of the big surprises of the last few seasons. They are established Champions League team now, and the most recent winners of a UEFA title for Italy. They did it in 24 with the Europa League. So 6 opponents for Atalanta after Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain.
Thank you, Kaka, for pressing the button. Let's take a look at their final 6 opponents then from pot 2. It's Club Bruges and a trip to Eintracht Frankfurt. From pot 3, they will host
Arkadaşlar ilk kez
Slavia
bu kadar uzun
Praha
süreli canlı
and
yayın
travel
yapıyorum.
to
Tam
Olympique
ses
de
olayını
Marseille. And from
çözememiş
pot
olabilirim
4,
ama
it's
inşallah
Athletic
onu da
Club
çözeceğim.
and a trip to
Bundan sonraki
Belgium to take
yayınlara
on
daha
the
sağlıklı
newcomers
bir ses
Union
olacak.
Saint-Gilloise.
Yes, so Bruges challenging Atalanta again. They eliminated Atalanta last year, and now they will have to go to Bergamo. Let's see. Please, Zlatan. Next team drawn.
Benfica.
This time we go to Portugal, to Benfica. 45 participations in the Champions League, the second most
Benfica
overall.
bize gelse ne dersiniz
In Europe,
arkadaşlar?
for Benfica, we're ready. They know they will play Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Leverkusen. And you tell us which other 15s.
The Portuguese Giants, who of course qualified this week, they'll also be facing Juventus away, hosting Napoli and Ajax in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a match at home in Lisbon against Karabakh and a trip to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle United.
Exactly. So this is all for Atalanta. We have now another team that we want to see. They're all ready.
Club Bruges.
Bruges. Bruges, it's the cup winners in Belgium and the only Belgian club which has made it to the final of this competition in '78. They will face, they know already the 4 teams of pot 1 and 2, Barcelona, Bayern, Arsenal, Atalanta.
Valla Kulüp Bruges
And now
6
we
tane
go with the
şeye,
others.
Rangers'a çok tehlikeli
Yeah,
takım
and
bu
the final
sezon.
4 for Club Bruges then
Bu da gelmedi.
are Olympique de Marseille and a trip to Lisbon to take on Sporting de Portugal. And from pot 4, they host AS Monaco, and they are away in Kazakhstan to take on Kairat Almaty.
Yes, this was Bruges. Please, Zlatan, draw another ball.
Arkadaşlar bu arada kanala abone olarak destek verirseniz çok
Eintracht
sevinirim.
Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt, the first German club to reach a UEFA club final in 1960 in front of an amazing crowd of 127,000 people. So, Kaka, please tell us which other 5 teams after Liverpool, Barcelona, and Atalanta.
They are, Giorgio, Atletico de Madrid from pot 2, Tottenham and Napoli
Evet,
from
Frankfurt
pot 3. And in
deplasmanına
the final
gidiyoruz.
pot, it's Galatasaray at home and Karabakh away.
Yes, that's all also for Eintracht. Yes, we have now 3 left to conclude pot number 2.
Juventus.
Juventus, the Italian team with the most matches played in this Champions League, 311. So they will play Dortmund, Madrid, Real Madrid, and Benfica, and we now reveal the other 5 opponents.
Yeah, completing the picture then for the 2-time winners. From pot 2, it's Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Sporting and a trip to Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, they will host the newcomers Paphos, and they will be here to take on AS Monaco.
So 2 newcomers also for Juventus here. We see with Bodo Glimt and Paphos. Yes, Zlatan, please. You draw another ball. 2 Spanish teams.
Atletico Madrid.
And we go with Atletico de Madrid, the winners of 7 European titles in total
İspanyol
between
kaldı. Bakalım
UEFA
hangisini
Cup,
düşüyoruz.
Super Cup, and Cup Winners' Cup. So Atleti, they will face Inter, Liverpool, Frankfurt, and Arsenal, +4.
The final 4 for Atleti. Bodo Glimt at home, PSV Eindhoven away. That's in pot 3. And in pot 4,
Evet,
they'll
Atletico
be hosting
Madrid,
Union Saint-Gilloise
City,
and they'll be
Liverpool,
traveling to Turkey to take
Frankfurt.
on
İlk 4
Galatasaray.
takım için ne
Correct.
düşünüyorsunuz?
Only one team, Zlatan, and pot 2 is done.
Villarreal.
Yes, what we were waiting for is the yellow submarine
arkadaşlar,
of
ilk 4
Villarreal,
rakibimiz City,
winners of the
Liverpool,
Europa League in 21.
Frankfurt,
And
Atletico
who
Madrid.
comes after Man City, Dortmund, Juventus, and Leverkusen for them? Let's press the button.
Okay, so the final 4 for Villarreal then. They host Ajax and they travel to Tottenham Hotspur. And from pot 4, it's
Arkadaşlar yayını
Copenhagen
beğenirseniz de
at home
sevinirim.
and a
Abone olmayı da
trip
unutmayın
to
lütfen.
Paphos.
Yeah, so we're halfway through. 18 of the 36 clubs know who they're facing. There's a lot to look forward to after these first two pots, of course, including Club Brugge against Arsenal, for example, Juventus taking on Benfica, Atleti playing Frankfurt, just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few indeed. Kaka, we were speaking before, weren't we, about your incredible memories of winning that 2007 Champions League final. Actually, before the draw earlier today, Pedro and I were taking a look at an image of that starting lineup, and we were just thinking, wow, it is just superstar after superstar after superstar, including your good self, of course. What was it like to play in that team with such a group of talent?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing to be part of that team with these players that you just mentioned. I've been blessed to have this kind of teammates in my career, in Milan, in Madrid, in national team. So
Biz basit takımlara karşı kaybettik.
it's a lot of lessons. Every training, it's a lesson. So had a Maldini as a captain, has a Cafu, Pirlo, Gattuso, Shevchenko, Inzaghi, all these players every day. It was really good, amazing.
You teach each other.
Yeah,
It's brilliant to see. Look, we're going to move on to pot 3 now. 9 more teams then will be discovering their fate, including a 4-time winner of this competition and last season's Europa League champions.
Arkadaşlar kağıt üzerinde zor takımlar evet ama Galatasaray büyük takımlara karşı daha iyi top oynuyor gerçeğini söylemek gerekirse. Arkadaşlar 700 kişiyiz şu anda. Kanala abone olup videoları beğenirseniz çok sevinirim. Beğeni artışı yaparsak 27 tane beğeni var sadece. Yayını ön plana çıkarmış oluruz biraz daha.
Nine more teams then from 8 different countries, including some real giants, previous winners Ajax and PSV Eindhoven, established European teams, of course, like Tottenham and Napoli, and also some sides looking to make their mark in this competition, Slavia Praha and Bodo Glimt.
Indeed, and you may have noticed that we've had a formation shift here on stage. We're now going to have Kaká attacking on Giorgio's right, drawing the balls, and on the left of Giorgio, it's Zlatan pressing the button. So, Giorgio, over to you for the second half.
Of course, champions can play everywhere on the field. When there is class, there is everything. So now, Kaká, you have to be at the same, up to the job of Zlatan. Please shuffle the balls. And you draw the first team of pot number 3.
Olympique de Marseille.
Olympique de Marseille is the first team drawn and the first French club to have won the trophy in 1993, or the trophy, of course, from the inception of the UEFA Champions League. That's clear. They know already that they play Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Club Brugge, and Zlatan, now please reveal with the button, yes, the other 4 opponents.
Yeah, the final 4 then for Olympique de Marseille from pot 3. It's a home tie against Ajax and they travel to take on Sporting. And from pot 4, they're at home to Newcastle United and they're in Belgium to take on Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yeah, so this means that we're ready for another team. Tottenham Hotspur. So the Spurs, winners of the UEFA Europa League this year, ending a wait which lasted more than 40 years for European silverware. So Tottenham have been drawn against Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain,
En fazla
Villarreal,
aynı
and
ülkenin 2
Frankfurt,
takımla oynanabiliyor diye biliyorum arkadaşlar. Tottenham'ın gelme şansı yok sanırım.
which other 4 teams?
Completing the lineup, Slavia Praha at home, Bodo Glimt away. So rematch of that semi-final in the Europa League last season. It's a home match with Copenhagen and an away fixture right here in the Principality to take on Monaco.
Yes, this is it. Kaka, please draw the next team.
Arkadaşlar an itibariyle 1350 kişiye yaklaştık. Ama bu beğeni sayımız sadece 57. Biraz daha beğeni yaparsanız çok sevinirim.
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt, one of our newcomers, first Norwegian team in the Champions League after Rosenborg in 2007 and 8. And for Bodo Glimt, what do we know? We know 5 of their opponents. We need to reveal another 3.
We have,
Evet
of course,
arkadaşlar, Bodo
Slavia
Glimt
Praha
deplasmanına gidiyoruz. Kim
from
söylemişti
pot
o Bodo'yu
3, as well
deplasmanına
as
gidelim
Tottenham.
diye?
And in pot 4, it's a home
Bodo
match
Glimt
with
sahasında
Monaco
çok iyi oynayan bir
and
takım
a
ve
trip
bana göre en
to
tehlikeli
Istanbul to
takımlardan
take
biri.
on Galatasaray.
Yes, this is also the lineup for Bodo Glimt. We can proceed.
Bugün elimize attığımız
We
kuruyor
have
gibi bir
another
şans
6
şeyimiz var.
teams
Hani
waiting in
çektiğimiz
pot
takımlar
number
maşallah
3.
hepsi sağlam takımlar ve
Most
çok
of
çetin
their opponents
maçlar
are
olacak
known,
galiba
but
bu sene.
we must know everything.
Sporting.
Sporting Club de Portugal, back-to-back champions in Portugal. First time it happens since the 50s. Congratulations to Sporting, of course. And you can press the button and give them, reveal 3 other opponents for them.
Yeah, 3 more opponents then for Sporting from
Evet,
pot
doğru,
3.
pardon.
They're facing Olympique de
Bize
Marseille and
geliyor,
of course
pardon. Bodo deplasmanına
Napoli
gitmiyoruz. Kendi sahamıza
away. And
geliyor
from
Bodo.
pot
Doğru
4,
söylüyorsun. Ben
it's
kaçırdım
Kairat
orayı.
Almaty at home and a trip to the Basque Country to take on Athletic Club.
Yes, let's go ahead, move on with the next draw. After Sporting,
Bodo bizim sahamızda, doğru.
Olympiacos.
we go to Greece with the Greek champions and cup winners of Olympiacos, the only club from Greece who have won a major UEFA trophy, Conference League in 2024. Yes, please, 4 opponents to be revealed.
Yeah, and that quartet is PSV Eindhoven at home and Ajax away, so 2 Dutch opponents for the
Allah
Greek
aşkına,
champions
Olympiakos'un
in pot 3.
rakiplerine
And in
bak.
pot 4, it's a
Pavos
home
ve
tie
Kairat.
with Paphos
Şansına
from
bak.
Cyprus, debutants, and an away match at Kairat Almaty in Kazakhstan.
So a derby between Greek speakers with Paphos. Very good. Let's go. You tell us the name of the next team.
Ajax.
This time is Ajax, the most successful Dutch side in this competition. 4 wins for Ajax, 3 in the 70s.
Üçüncü
with the
pottan kim
team of the
gelirse şimdi
great
deplasmana
Johan
gireceğiz
Cruyff. Let's
arkadaşlar.
go.
Bakalım kim
That
geliyor.
and 2 opponents are not known for Ajax.
Yeah,
Evet, Ajax
much known for
deplasmanına
Ajax
bir kez
already.
daha gidiyoruz.
Completing
Geçen
the
sene çok
final
kötü bir
legs of
tecrübe
their adventure
yaşamıştık.
then is
İnşallah bu sene
Galatasaray
intikamını
at
alırız. Ne
home
diyelim.
from pot 4 and a trip to Azerbaijan to take on Karabag.
Yeah, that's all also for Ajax. We can proceed. You can draw the next team.
Arkadaşlar 2100 kişiyi geçtik. 107 tane beğenimiz var sadece.
Slavia
Abone olup
Praga.
beğenirseniz
This
çok
time it's
sevinirim.
SK Slavia Praga, champions of Czechia. They won all their 18 matches at home last season to win the title. And for Slavia Praga, we
Sadece-
need to reveal 2 teams.
Sadece şu son 2 pot kaldı.
We do indeed.
Şu anda
And they
Liverpool,
are Athletic Club
City,
at home
Atletico
and
Bil-
Paphos
Atletico
away,
Madrid,
completing
Frankfurt,
the
Bodo
picture
Glimt
for
ve Ajax.
Slavia Praha in next season's.
PSV.
PSV Eindhoven, winners of the title in the Netherlands last year with a fantastic final rush in the last month. And for Eindhoven, what we know is 5 opponents. And
Arkadaşlar birbirimize
Zlatan, we
hakaret
know the other 3
içerici
now.
içeren yazılar yazmazsanız sevinirim. Onların
thank you.
hepsini
From
siliyorum,
pot 3
bilginiz
then, the
olsun.
1988 winners. We know about Olympiacos already, so Napoli is the other team that they'll be facing at home. And from pot 4, it's Union Saint-Gilloise and a trip to St James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, so only one to complete pot 3. Kaka, we know.
Arkadaşlar
We are
yayın
talking
aktif şu
about-
anda. Herhangi bir donma yok yayında.
Napoli.
It is, of course, the team with the Scudetto on the shirt. It's Napoli, winners of the Serie A twice in the last 3 seasons. They have been allocated 6 opponents. They need to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, so from this spot, we already knew about Sporting and PSV. Completing the picture, Karabag at home and a trip to Denmark to take on FC Copenhagen.
So many quality fixtures already, Pedro, Giorgio, Zlatan and Kaká. We can't wait for all of them already. A few to pick out from here. Marseille against Ajax, Bodo Glimt against Tottenham, the rematch, as you said, and Napoli against Sporting. It is all looking very exciting already.
But we're not done yet. On to our final pot, and this one includes 3 Champions League debutants, as well as teams from Spain, Turkey and England.
Lütfen kendinize de aralarınızda da küfürlü konuşmayın. Onları da siliyorum, bilginiz olsun. Valla biz bu Kura'ya göre son şeyden de Newcastle United falan çekeriz, Allah bilir artık. Yani gidişat o şekilde.
Champions League first-timers Union Saint-Gilloise, Pafos and Kairat Almaty are all waiting to complete their picture for this year's competition, as are the other teams, of course. So let's not keep them waiting any longer. Let's
Yok,
reveal
onun
the
farkında
final
böyle bir durum olsa
this
kesin
season's
çekerdik
league
anlamında
phase. One
söylüyorum.
last time, over to you, gentlemen.
Yes, one last time. Not many matches to be revealed, but pot 4 versus pot 4, basically. Kaká, you can shuffle and draw the first team of pot 4.
Athletic Club.
So it's Athletic Club it's Bilbao, one of the 3 Spanish clubs, always in the top division in Spain. And for Athletic Club, let's go, press the button, and let's see which 2 teams from pot 4.
Yeah, a club with such a rich history, such a great stadium as well, and completing the picture for them in pot 4. It's a home game against Karabag, and they are facing Newcastle United away.
Yes, let's go after Athletic.
Arkadaşlar başta da dediğim gibi ben kura şansına inanmıyorum. Geçen sene güzel kura çektik. Maalesef son maçlarda sıçtık. Bu sene böyle olsun. Kura en azından sağlam takımlarla sağlam
Karabag.
Karabag FK from Azerbaijan, the champions of Azerbaijan, the only club from Azerbaijan which has reached the group stage or league phase of this competition. They know 7 of their opponents, and we need to press the button for the last one.
Yeah, final piece of the puzzle is Copenhagen, a match at home for Karabag from Azerbaijan. We already knew about Athletic Club from this spot.
Of course. Let's go ahead and move on.
Monaco.
AS Monaco. So our hosts here for this draw, AS Monaco, they know 6 opponents, and they need again to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, thank you, Zlatan. 2 remaining then for AS Monaco from pot 4.
Evet, Monaco
It is
deplasmanına
Galatasaray
gidiyoruz
and a
arkadaşlar.
trip to
7.
Paphos,
rakibimiz
but they have
Monaco
some
oldu.
incredible ties
Fransa
already,
deplasmanı
don't they?
Singo'yu aldık.
Exactly.
Ellerinden
So,
inşallah
you
güçlü
know everything also
kaybetmişlerdir.
for AS Monaco. We go ahead.
Galatasaray.
So this
Evet,
time
son
it is
rakibimiz de
the,
belli oluyor.
champions,
Kendimizi çekelim
Turkish
bakalım kim
champions of
gelecek son rakip
Galatasaray,
olarak.
to celebrate 120 years of existence this year. So congratulations to Galatasaray. Ready to learn the last opponent for Galatasaray.
Yeah, from this spot, they already
Evet,
knew they
Union
were playing
Saint-Gilloise
against
geliyor
Monaco. They're
arkadaşlar
now
bizim sahaya.
also hosting Union
Rakiplerimiz tamamen belli oldu.
Saint-Gilloise.
Liverpool, Manchester
That's it for
Atletico,
Galatasaray.
Frankfurt,
5 to go.
Bodo Glimt, Monaco, say bitmiyor maşallah. Bakalım bizi neler bekliyor arkadaşlar. Bir görelim yine eşleşmelerimizi.
Newcastle.
Evet.
Newcastle
Liverpool,
United from St.
Bodo,
James Park,
Union Saint-Gilloise,
and
Atletico
let's
Madrid,
see
kendi
English
sahamızda
Cup winners last
Manchester
season.
City, Ajax,
And
Monaco ve
what
Frankfurt
we have from
deplasmanlarına gidiyoruz.
Newcastle,
Yani
only
İngiltere,
one
Almanya,
opponent.
Fransa ve
Quite a
Hollanda
journey for
deplasmanı
Newcastle
var.
fans. They are already facing some
Allah'tan
former
hayırlısı
champions,
diyelim.
aren't they? And the
Bakalım bize
final
neler getirecek
picture
bu kura.
for them is from
İnşallah
pot 4. They were hosting Athletic
çok
Club,
iyi maçlar
and the
çıkar.
final fixture is
Keyifli
Union
maçlar olur.
Saint-Gilloise.
Exactly. Let's
İlk
go.
24'e ben
Next
girebileceğimizi
team.
düşünüyorum açıkçası. Çünkü biz
The
büyük
puzzle
takımlara karşı daha iyi
almost
oynuyoruz.
complete.
Açık söylemek gerekiyorsa.
Very few matches to be revealed.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
And we go with Union Saint-Gilloise newcomers. No draw needed for Union Saint-Gilloise because all their 8 opponents.
Yes, of course,
No.
including from pot 4 Newcastle and Galatasaray, like we've just seen. They're facing a couple of former champions in Inter and Bayern as well, and Olympique Marseille and PSV. So a lot of former champions that the Belgian side is taking on.
Exactly. So let's draw another team because we have 4 matches which are not known
Arkadaşlar
yet.
Türk hakemleri olmayan yerde gördük diyorsun da Fenerbahçe ile aramızda bir tane galibiyet fark var. Niye kendinizi bu kadar gözünüzde büyütüyorsunuz ki?
Paphos FC.
So here we go with the newcomers of Paphos FC from Cyprus. From Paphos, we have to draw this time. Yes, press the button for one final opponent.
Yeah, Paphos fans will really be enjoying their league phase campaign.
Evet arkadaşlar,
won't they? And
Galatasaray'ın tüm
completing the
rakipleri belli
picture for
oldu.
them, as
O
well
yüzden
as
yavaş
hosting
yavaş yayını
Monaco.
kapatacağım.
They
Siz
will
ne
be away to
düşünüyorsunuz? Onu
fellow
bir konuşalım
newcomers
yine.
in Kazakhstan,
Gördüğünüz
Karat
gibi
Almaty.
tekrarlayan Liverpool,
Let's
City,
see.
Atletico Madrid,
Please,
Frankfurt, Bodo
one of
Glimt,
the last
Ajax,
two balls.
Union Saint-Gilloise ve Monaco ile karşılaşacağız. Karabağ'ın rakipleri de Chelsea, Liverpool, Frankfurt, Benfica, Ajax,
Copenhagen.
Napoli,
It is
Kopenhagen.
FC Copenhagen winners of the
Atletico
league and the cup
Atletico
in Denmark
yani.
last year. We have to press the
Karabağ'a da
button
başarılar
for the
dileyelim.
last
Karabağ da zor bir kura
pairing,
çekmiş sayılır. Bize
which
göre daha
is
kolay
missing.
bir kura aslına
As
bakarsan
well
da.
as Karabag, they'll also be facing Karat
Evet
Almaty from
arkadaşlar,
pot
siz de
4.
düşüncelerinizi
Great path
yazarsınız
for the
kanala.
Danes as well,
Abone
who
olup beğenmeyi
qualified this
unutmayın.
week. A lot to look forward to.
Bir
Okay,
sonraki
so
canlı
let's see
yayında görüşürüz.
the
Şimdilik ben
content of the
canlı
last
yayını
ball.
sonlandırıyorum. Rakiplerimiz belli oldu.
Pretty
Bu
obvious.
rakiplerle ilgili bir video daha çekeceğiz zaten. Bundan sonra inşallah en
Karat
canlı
Almaty.
Of
yayınlarda
course,
görüşürüz.
Kairat Almaty
Kendinize iyi bakın.
taking
İnşallah
Kazakhstan
Galatasaray
into the UEFA
en
Champions
azından
League.
24'e
Their
girer diye
opponents are of course
düşünüyorum.
known as this is the
Yani
last
güçlü
team.
rakiplerle
So,
daha iyi
And they
oynadığımızı
came
da
through in
düşünüyorum.
such incredible fashion, didn't
Bakalım
they?
bizi
What
neler
a
bekliyor,
great pleasure
göreceğiz.
to have them in this competition. They faced former champions Real Madrid
Artık başarılar
and
dileyelim
Inter. I mean, that's going
Galatasaray
to be
ve
incredible
Karabağ.
for their
Bu dakikadan
fans. So
sonra
their journey begins, as does
İnşallah Eylül'ün
everyone
17'sinden
else's.
itibaren
Yeah, guess what? We're
Şampiyonlar Ligi
done.
maçlarda başlıyor.
We've done it.
Heyecan
So
başlıyor.
the draw for
Bu
the league
akşamki,
phase of the UEFA Champions League
temsilcilerimize
is
de
now
başarılar
complete. And
diliyoruz.
those final
Beşiktaş'a,
fixtures,
Samsun'a
like
ve
Rashmin mentioned earlier,
Başakşehir'e
the
inşallah
computer's now
onlar da
working
geçerler.
on them, and they will be revealed
Konferans ligine
on
kalırlar
Saturday
ve
from
5
this spot.
takımımıza
We've got
devam
some
eder.
matches to highlight.
Bakalım
Maybe
onların da
Union
kuralları yarın
Saint-Gilloise against
olacak herhalde.
Newcastle,
Bakalım inşallah
Paphos
onlar
against
da iyi
Monaco,
kura çıkar.
and Copenhagen
Kendinize iyi
against
bakın.
Karabakh.
Hoşça kalın.
Yeah, I don't
Kanala
know about
abone
you,
olup
but I
beğenmeyi
can't
unutmayın
wait to
arkadaşlar.
get started. It's my
Şimdilik
favorite time of
görüşmek
the year because this is
sure.
where we know
Fikstür
where we
çekiminde
might be, what we
konusunda
will be
kontrol edeceğiz.
watching, and so much to look forward to. Gentlemen, have you enjoyed your time doing the draw? It's